Humanity has long been captivated by the notion of stretching existence beyond its natural bounds, a yearning as old as the tales whispered around ancient fires. The quest for longevity didn't spark with the dawn of modern labs or the hum of machines. It ignited in the imagination through legends of figures who defied time's relentless march. Picture Enkidu, the wild companion of Gilgamesh, said to roam the earth for centuries, or the fabled elder Lazarus, whose years stretched into the hundreds. These stories, woven into the fabric of cultures across the globe, reveal a universal hunger to outpace the fleeting seasons of life. Yet beyond these poetic echoes, evidence of anyone truly sidestepping mortality remained scarce, until now. For ages, the secrets of life were locked away, veiled by the limits of what could be seen or understood. It wasn't until the 17th century, when a curious mind peered through a rudimentary lens at the intricate lattice of plant tissue, that the unseen world began to unveil itself. This breakthrough flung open the gates to a new era of discovery, though it would take centuries more, layered with leaps in optics, molecular science, and computational might, before the mechanics of existence could be grasped. To unravel aging, one must plunge into the microscopic realm, past the cell's fragile walls, into the bustling core where life's blueprints are etched. Here, at the scale of twisting proteins and spiraling strands, the reasons for our finite days become starkly clear. Once, the very essence of vitality baffled even the sharpest intellects. A visionary physicist, famed for unraveling the quirks of the quantum world, once stood stumped before the riddle of life, suggesting it danced to rules yet unwritten. That was decades ago, a time when the tools to decode such mysteries were still crude. Today, the fog has lifted. Life, at its most fundamental, is no arcane spell. It's a symphony of reactions, a delicate choreography of elements snapping together or breaking apart in ways that defy their usual solitude. At the heart of this dance are molecular maestros, tiny engines built from coiled threads of amino acids, tirelessly orchestrating the chaos into order. Consider the marvel of these engines. Within every living moment, countless sugar particles are snared and tagged for energy in a relentless cycle. This fuel powers an intricate machinery that stitches together new proteins, the building blocks of renewal. Too often, this vibrant process is dulled by dry diagrams and lifeless charts, arrows and shapes that strip away the awe. Yet, in truth, cells are dynamic universes, buzzing at speeds and scales beyond human perception. To these microscopic marvels, a fleeting second stretches into an epoch. A mere speck of space looms like a vast plain. Take an enzyme that dismantles toxins. In a single tick of the clock, it shatters thousands of harmful molecules, a feat so immense it defies imagination. Trillions of such actors swirl in a frenetic broth, colliding with hurricane force, yet from this tempest emerges the precision that sustains us. This chaos is no flaw. It's the crucible of life. Without it, the chance encounters that spark existence would never occur. One such enzyme, a guardian of cellular harmony, latches onto its targets with pinpoint accuracy, stripping away chemical shackles to unleash protective cascades. Stop this dance, and the curtain falls swiftly. Energy fades, defenses crumble, and life ceases. From the primordial ooze to the minds reading these words, all owe their being to this exquisite balance. Raise a glass to vitality, and you're toasting the unseen architects of survival. Through this lens, a profound truth emerges. Nothing in the natural order decrees that life must end. Aging is merely the fraying of a delicate tapestry, a drift toward disorder as information erodes. But life isn't a sealed vault. It draws from the cosmos, capable of enduring so long as it can hold its patterns intact. This isn't a promise of instant eternity. Progress unfurls step by step, as it always has. Remarkably, the first strides toward this horizon were taken long ago, stumbled upon in nature's bounty, and refined over time into elixirs that nudge these ancient mechanisms awake. The treasure beneath the stones, far across the ocean, lies a speck of land, crowned, with towering figures carved from volcanic rock. Known for these silent sentinels, this island hides a lesser-known marvel, a gift unearthed from its soil that may rewrite the story of human endurance. In the shadow of those stone giants, explorers once scooped up a humble sample of Earth, teeming with unseen life. From this dirt sprang a tiny organism, a single-celled wonder that oozed a substance with astonishing power. Named after its rugged birthplace, this compound first promised relief from mundane ills, but fate had grander plans. Initially overlooked, it found new purpose when a determined researcher salvaged it from oblivion, stashing it away until the EZ's world was ready. Soon it revealed a talent for taming the body's defenses, paving the way for miracles like organ transplants. A modest marker now honors that discovery, but its story is far from finished. Across labs worldwide, this molecule has proven its mettle, stretching the lives of creatures from yeast to mice. In humble fungi, it doubles survival. In flies, it adds precious days. In rodents, it grants years, equivalent to decades for us. Even the offspring of aged parents, burdened by inherited risks, thrive under its influence, defying the odds. The scientific chorus sings its praises. Pioneers who traced its path are whispered as contenders for the highest honors, their work echoing through the halls of discovery. Yet it's not without flaws. High doses strain fragile systems, and its gifts may favor the short-lived over the long. Still, hope persists. Researchers tinker with gentler cousins, crafting variations that temper its edge while amplifying its promise. The minds driving this quest brim with brilliance, making it a wager few would take against. And if this path falters, another blooms, rooted in a flower's quiet resilience. Petals of persistence. Amid rolling fields, a delicate bloom unfurls, its violet petals a subtle bow to the earth. Known by names both rustic and refined, this plant has whispered remedies through the ages, its essence distilled from a simple compound found in the body's own waste. Centuries ago, healers harnessed it to soothe a modern plague, a disease of excess sugar ravaging millions with slow, cruel decay. Early triumphs came with a breakthrough hormone, pulling a frail boy back from the brink and igniting a global spark of hope. Yet, for those whose bodies ignored this call, a new champion was needed. Enter two visionaries, steeped in the lore of their homeland's flora, who saw potential where others saw only beauty. From this flower's lineage sprang a potion, cheap, as a trinket, safe as a breath, that quelled the storm of sugar in the blood. Today, it's a cornerstone of care, a lifeline for millions, easing overburdened organs and shielding proteins from ruin. But its tale took an unexpected turn when whispers arose of lives not just stabilized, but enriched, healthier, longer, beyond its intended reach. In labs, rodents sipping this elixir gained years, their vigor defying time's pull. Study after study piled up proof. It wards off malignancies, steadies hearts, and sharpens fading minds. Unlike its island-born kin, it mimics scarcity's benefits by tempering the furnaces within our cells, sparking pathways that rally repair and renewal. In humans, the numbers astonish. Dementia, frailty, and despair retreat, sometimes by margins that rewrite expectations. For a pittance, it offers a shield against a scourge that claims nearly half of us, its dividends stretching beyond mere survival. This isn't a slow drip of change. Some claim its touch rewinds the clock in days, though skepticism urges caution. Approval for broader use lingers, tethered to rigid definitions of disease, but advocates press on. One champion, armed with insights from centenarians, argues it could redefine aging itself, not as fate, but as a foe to be fought. If victorious, this humble remedy might shift blessings of longevity from rare luck to common grace. The vine of vigor, at the century's turn, a breakthrough lit up the quiet corners of science, an unraveling of time's toll on simple organisms. Extra threads of a guardian gene stretched their days, hinting at a lever to pull across species. The challenge was vast. How to awaken this shield in complex beings without rewriting their essence? The answer lay in a hunt through nature's vast library, a gamble on chance and intuition. A keen mind sifted through countless compounds, seeking a key to this lock. Two emerged, pigments from fruit and bark, stirring the guardian to life with unexpected zeal. Then came a leap of insight. A molecule from the vine, famed for its rosy hue, outshone them all. In yeast, it stretched divisions, mimicking the lean years without hunger. Flies and worms followed, their spans extended, their resilience bolstered. In mice it painted a paradox, plump yet hale, their organs youthful, their lives prolonged. This vine-born gift sparked a frenzy, its fame spilling beyond labs into cellars and headlines. Yet, its potency wanes in our guts, a tease of what could be. Still, it lit a torch, proof that survival's ancient gears could be turned by a sip, not a fast. Now, legions chase stronger kin, crafting elixirs that amplify this whisper into a roar. Some, born of vitamins and greens, fuel the entire chorus of guardians, their promise tested in creatures from cages to clinics. Nature's stressed bounty, grapes parched by sun, leaves kissed by frost, offers richer troves of these sparks. The theory hums, we've evolved to heed their call, a signal to brace for lean times. Seek the vivid, the tart, the wild grown, and you may sip the same resilience that steadies a plant through drought. A new dawn beckons will these elixirs fling open the gates to centuries of health? Perhaps not alone, but their promise weaves with lifestyle's threads, fasts, sprints, the pulse of effort into a tapestry of possibility. Each may grant a handful of vibrant years. Together, they could stitch decades. Serendipity birthed them, but intent now drives the hunt. Chemists scour the earth and forge anew, chasing compounds to hush the noise of age and restore youth's blueprint. Hundreds gleam with potential, thousands more wait in shadow, some in a fungus's spore, others in a petal's blush. Synthetics, sharper than their wild kin, edge closer in trials, their power swelling. No single potion will banish time, but each buys moments for the next leap. Even if these fade, the tide of ingenuity swells, engineers, dreamers, and seekers reshaping what it means to be human. The horizon glows not with a cure, but with a question. How far can endurance stretch? The answer unfolds, one discovery at a time.